Hello everybody, great you have joined us live at the world's largest rail industry trade fair, the InnoTrans 2016. Today I'm standing right up in front of the Digital Cube in Hall 4.2, which is part of the impressive Siemens booth. This time you will not hear any further facts and numbers about the InnoTrans, because I have to be honest about it, I would probably mix it up with all the complex information we are dealing with in this live transmission. It's all about data and, of course, and real-time analysis and passengers and their well-being during travel. Please picture this. Nowadays, when you plan a journey, you have to think about a million things. What is the quickest route? What is the cheapest ticket for me? Are tickets compatible? Are my connections between local and long distance transportation? Is there a lot of traffic when I have to look up a place to park my car? And there are delays that affect my journey. This list goes on and on. To answer these and many more questions, my today's guest has a lot to tell. Welcome to the show, Stefan Kemper.
Hi Martin, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Stefan, most of the problems I pointed at belong to the past. And once more, the key word is digitalization. How will traveling be changed by digitalization?
Digitalization will revolutionize the way we travel of tomorrow. As we know, we have more and more shared mobility service providers. We have these Uber cars, we have a lot of bike sharing, car sharing, ride sharing. The market for that is predicted up to 20 billion euros by 2020. This is a massive new market of mobility services. As a traveler, they really expect seamless traveling. And what we are doing, we try to integrate traditional services like rail, bus operations, metro, tram with these new services.
The use of various transport operators like rail, bus, car and bike sharing. For example, the split between modes. How do I get my stuff done when I simply want train connection that works for me?
We have a brand new product here on the InnoTrans. It's called C-Mobility Connect. It's a business-to-business platform where we offer our transport operators, doesn't matter if they're coming from rail or from public transport like the metros or trams or bus operators, we connect them via the business-to-business platform, and that they are able to offer intermodal transport opportunities to the travelers out there, from the information provisioning for a journey through to the multimodal route planning, then to ticketing, booking reservations. And this is done in a so-called mobility platform called C-Mobility Connect.
All right. Thank you, Stefan. Here's another one for you. Beacons.
Oh,
Why
yes.
are Bluetooth transmitters important for my journey as a traveler? What do I use them for?
Yeah, we have the so-called beacons. These are low-energy Bluetooth transmitters. They can pushed everywhere on the rail station or on the train. We have one topic, it's called C-Mobility Flow, where we want to measure where the people are going, and we can offer them location-based services. Can you imagine you coming into a rail station, you're entering it, you have your journey planning app running, and then the app says, "Hello Martin, welcome you on the rail station. Your train is leaving on platform number 5, but you have 10 minutes left, so please feel free and go and grab a coffee or a newspaper." So we can push notifications individualized to travelers through these beacons. And even more, we can put the beacons into a train, and once you are entering the train and once you are leaving the train, the beacons gives a notification to a back-end system and says, "Okay, he traveled from Hamburg to Berlin and now I give you a best price ticket." This is totally, let's say, hands-free ticketing, just running your app on your device, and then everything else is done in the back of the system, powered by beacons.
It's great.
It's great, yes.
The Velari Turkey, an impressive, awesome, state-of-the-art project and high-speed train. However, that high speed is not the only remarkable thing about this train. If you ride a train, you can always be connected. Could you please explain what that means for a passenger?
Yeah, I mean, the Velaro train is very well equipped with digital solutions. Yeah, we have Wi-Fi on board. And you can imagine if they're sitting 500 people on the train and all they connect to a Wi-Fi network that needs really high computing capacity and a good bandwidth. And we have a lot of other great services. We have on-board displays with the Media for Rail services, so you have infotainment, entertainment on board. You have video on demand, news feeds, weather channels. You can book, for example, in the bistro, you can book your coffee or snacks directly to your seat. And all these new services are integrated in this high-speed train for Turkey. And it's really great here. Yeah.
Stefan, I would like to switch back to a traveler's point of view.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to change the position to the passenger information, right? I think everybody knows the situation. You have a business meeting in another town and you are standing at the door and want to catch the next train. This can somehow be tricky yet. You start to check your clock, look at the right platform and so on. Do you have a solution for all the passengers that wish they could change more easily?
Yeah. The big thing as of today is data fusion. Data from the traffic systems, data of each and every transport mode. And we have a so-called Passenger Information System Plus. This is the next generation where we bring real-time traffic information also on the train, as you can see it here. And the new thing is that this information is also localized to each and every door of a train. So if you're in a rail station and if you leave the train from the last car or coach, the system can say if you have a connection to a bus on the surface, then go right and take the escalator in 30 meters. So that gives, let's say, location-based information depending on where you're standing on the train. And this data or this very high valuable information can also be pushed on your smartphone or device. And this is necessary because, or possible because we are fusioning a lot of data from different systems. From the train itself, from the operations control center, real-time traffic data, journey planning data, and disruption data from the operators.
Stefan, passenger comfort has a lot to do with what happens during boarding, respectively exiting a vehicle. Sometimes safety issues are mentioned in the same context. Is there something that can make travelers more easier or perhaps safer than it is today?
Yeah, we call it intelligent CCTV. You folks might know that there's a lot of cameras everywhere on the stations and on the trains, and it's usually used for safety and security issues. Yeah, but we can use this data of intelligent CCTV for much more. Yeah, we can also detect objects on the train. We can detect where are free places on the train, where are dedicated areas for wheelchairs, for young families with push chairs, for travelers with bicycles. And we can also then aggregate this data and say, what about the occupation level of each coach car? And then we can, let's say, give guidance to the passengers where are seats available on the train. So iCCTV can be used for much, much more than just to avoid vandalism on the train or just to avoid aggression or to detect crime. And this is something new in the digitalization, but we use data for different use cases to make the traveling for passengers more convenient.
Very interesting. There's one last thing I would like to be updated about. It's updates. Every time my smartphone wants to receive a new version of some app, it simply connects.
Yeah.
And after that, I can text new emoticons, have nicer colors or loads in the latest style at the hand. In 2016, things are in vogue, are changing so rapidly. Can trains keep up with this vibrant speed of renewals?
Really good question, because the trains usually they have a life cycle of 25 to 30 years, yeah? And the train IT and the software needs sometimes updates. We all know it from the smartphone, yeah? Each and every day there are updates, yeah? What we have done for all the new trains we are producing, we have a new train IT architecture. So we separate the train control from the standard IT we use for the passengers and operators. So the train control network is highly for homologation, and it is highly safe and secure, closed network, and we separate it so that we can have a train IT which is standard IT, which can be updated very easily and quickly to foster these very short innovation cycles of IT. And this is also the backbone that we can run all the applications on the train, like I said before, on the Vilaro Turkey. When we have the applications running, we need a lot of computing capacity and Wi-Fi and the bandwidth on the train to make this possible.
Stefan Kemper,
Martin,
thank you very much for this very interesting and so many outlooks. And that's it for now. If you like to watch tomorrow Periscope in at the same time, our next guest will be Boris Dickgieser, System Architect at Siemens Mobility Management, who will be telling us everything about automated driving by rail. Join us on Thursday. Find details on Twitter. Please keep in mind to follow us. Bye-bye from Berlin, and thanks for watching.